Good afternoon. Today we're going to be doing shocks on the red truck, the F-350 today. I already actually started, got the first one off in the back here. You see the bushings, everything are pretty worn out, and these are factory Ford Motorcraft shocks. So I'm not sure exactly if they've ever been replaced or when the last time they were replaced is. So we'll go ahead and I guess I got the one in. I bought Monroe, some Monroe shocks, the heavy duty truck shocks. I'll walk through, we'll get that one next in the back. It's nice about the back, so you don't have to pull the wheels off and the truck's high enough, you don't have to jack it up or anything. The front though, we'll have to jack up in order to get access to it and pull the wheel. Go ahead and get started here. So the Monroe shocks I got are the Monroe Gas Magnum shocks. For this truck, my rear shocks part number is 34797, and then the front two shocks are a 34793. And I got these from Rock Auto. So we're on the passenger side rear now. So the bottom bolts, they're 18 millimeter. So I use my Milwaukee impact and an 18 wrench to get the bottom one off, and then the top up there is an 18 millimeter as well. Old ones out. So the new one's got this little strap that holds it from extending. I leave this on, and I'll put the top on first, and I'll actually put a little bit of wheel bearing grease on that fit so it slides on easy. And then I'll get it lined up down here, and then cut the band holding this together and hold the shock from extending while I get the bolt in. There are the bolts in. So clip that plastic off up there, put our nut on the top and the nut on the bottom. I tried to look up torque specs for this. I can't find torque specs for this year. I found some for a 2000, which is the newer body style, so I'm going off of those. So that was 54 foot-pounds in the back on both the bottom and top mounts. So if anybody knows the actual torque specs, leave it in the comments. That would be good information to have. Alright, that's the rear shock. It's installed. Got it torqued down. this other side. Now we'll go ahead and move to the front. We'll have to jack up the front and pull the wheels off to do the front. Got the front wheel off. Shock down here, it's an 18 just like the back. And then the center there is an 18 as well. And then there's it's close to a 15 mil. I got a 15 mil wrench on it, which is working. It's a little bit sloppy, so it's probably a standard, but that's the size for the top. So I'm using the 18 to hold this nut down here still, and wrenching off the nut that's off the top there to get the top off, and then we'll blast the bottom out with an impact and get the shock out. You can see this one looks like it has been leaking. The rears didn't look like they were actually blown out too bad, but this one looks a little rough. Alright, so the shock's out. The rubber bushing is actually one piece, so I cut it to get it out. The new shock comes with a new rubber bushing, so we'll go ahead and unbox the new shock and get that out. Alright, so here's the new shock and the box of hardware. So it comes with a new nut for the top, new two-piece rubber bushings with your little washers, and then the bottom just bolts up like the back. So we'll go ahead and get that started. So you want to make sure your little rubber bushings, there's a little lip on the inside, you want to make sure it seats flush on both sides up top. The new nut's a 14, and I'm not sure if that's the same size or not. Looks like your bottom's still an 18, so should be good there. So we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Shock's in. I can't get a socket on the top without like pulling this whole inner wheel well out, so I'm not trying to do that. So I just went ahead and just tightened it as hard as I could with the wrenches on the one end and up top here, and it's tight, it's not going anywhere. And then the bottom, since it's the same size bolt as the rear, went ahead and torqued that up to 54 foot-pounds. So it's in there solid. Go ahead and throw the wheel back on and then do the other side. We're about to get started on the other side. I had to move the truck over here in the shade because it is really hot in Florida right now. So we'll go ahead and pop this wheel off and get the other side on. Side 2 is in and mounted. Go ahead and throw the wheel back on and take it for a test drive. Alright, in case you're wondering, the wheel torque on these that I found is 140 foot-pounds. So we'll go ahead and get set up, take it for a drive. Alright, so test drive it with the new shocks. The truck before had a real like boaty feel to it, like it was floating. Noticed it a lot when towing a car with my trailer. Fortunately, I'm not going to get on any highways, but that's definitely where you really noticed it. So looking at them, I mean, obviously the fronts were beyond blown out, and rears looked okay, but they're still really old. So far the truck's riding much better. Like, there's a noticeable difference. I really get to notice the difference once I get the trailer hooked up and start towing. But these seem to work real well so far. Yeah, so hitting these bumps going through here on this road, it is noticeably different. It's not swaying and bouncing anymore like it used to. So tester of the truck, everything was good. Sitting good. It rides 100 times better than it did before. That was something that definitely needed to be done a long time ago. So hopefully it helps anybody out if they've never done shocks before on one of those. It was pretty easy. The rear was definitely easy. Only took like 10-15 minutes if you got the right tools. But hopefully it helped somebody out, and yeah, we'll see on the next one. I think next on this is I have belts and some pulleys that need to be done, just more preventative maintenance. So stick around. Thanks for watching.